live now. Sometimes you can't see it yet, and you're like, am I live? Am I live? I always do this thing, right? But yeah, so this is not the final episode. It's episode 24 of season 5, right? There's 25 episodes this season. Usually animes are around like 24 episodes, right? So we have one more episode of My Academia next week. So that's good. And after that, I am definitely gonna read the manga, right? Because everyone is like, oh, they skipped over this thing, they ignored Spinner, they did this thing, they did this thing and that thing. So I'm obviously gonna read the manga, probably do like a little reaction of that, right? When I read the manga and compare it and so on. That being said, you know, how to say it? I have read the manga kind of up to this season, right? You know, I read it, yeah, so I can kind of read it afterwards. So I'm gonna read the manga for this season then, not the whole manga. I already read the first, you know, 200 whatever, it's 150 chapters, 300 whatever. But anyway, last episode was really good. Probably the best episode of the season, right? Of course, getting that Shigaraki backstory, the father, the top 10 anime betrayal ever. The sister betrayed him. That was brutal, though. I kept saying that, but the sister betrayed him. That I was like, whoa, she was played out as this, you know, oh, I love my little brother no matter what, right? I see what happened to her watching, though. I think it was kind of funny. I talked about it by one of my good friends after the episode, right? He watched the anime and so on. And he was like, whoa, Shigaraki is the grandson of All Might's master? And I was like, so he seriously, I don't know how he done that, but he had seriously forgot completely, right? That the whole grandma thing, right? So he was like, whoa, what a twist! It was his grandma! I was like, what? I talked to him last week and I was like, so you skipped over the 3, man. It was hilarious. I was like, what? So he genuinely talked to me and was like, my god, that twist was the grandma, but she was a grandmother, amazing. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. It was just crazy, man. But yeah, I am definitely gonna do a reaction comparison after next week, then after the final episode. Anyway, let's watch the fight. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a reaction then, the manga reaction. Kind of did Clover, right? When I started reading Clover and so on, after the anime finished. I guess we are that Shigaraki probably is said on his backstory, right? This is probably how it meets, of course. I'm guessing this is after the parents got killed and someone. Yeah, so this is his kid, right? And he's walking around with blood and after he destroyed the family estate, whatever you call it. A house, I guess, estate. So it wasn't that rich. Also the grandma. She's a scary little kid! It's like, yeah, little Bashans can't help him, man. He definitely didn't have a good face to... He's very unfriendly face, I guess. Yeah, it's all like... That when they cry thing going on there. But certainly this provokes him to hate people even more, right? Because no one is helping him, yeah. Like they're ignoring this hurt child here. In their defense though, if they touch him, he would die, right? So, they don't know that, but yeah, you know. Yeah, Darika. No one is helping him, right? He's like, no one helped me, no one helped me. Until, of course. Huh. Yeah, until he got picked up on the bridge there. It's probably open now, I guess. Yeah. I wonder if this was accident, though. You gotta wonder, right, if he, like, found him somehow. That thing, hopefully they explain, because but he's luckily... He's like, oh, this thing? Like, did he luckily find it? Given that the grandma is famous, right? Like my friend I forgot about, which was hilarious. Given that the grandma is famous, I would imagine that he was maybe spying on, you know, her family and so on, right? She did, of course, put them up for adoption because she was afraid of him being in that danger, right? But, yeah, I'm guessing he probably was spying on the family. That would be my guess. Of course, like, following them and so on, right? So he was like, oh, yeah, perfect. Can get this kid, right? But I do look forward to the manga, I can compare it. I love doing the manga comparison. Being all elitistic. Oh, it's better in the manga. No, but this anime is clearly to have skipped so much stuff, right? But skipping stuff is bad. But otherwise, I think probably the most cardinal sin, because I said it many times in the review part, is that the pacing is terrible, right, this season. You can argue they skipped this part or this joke or whatever, or censored some op-eyes and whatever, right? But it's like, the pacing has been atrocious. This pacing has been on One Piece level of pacing, but One Piece, as we all know, goes every week. So, yeah, it's no excuse, right, for an anime that goes. That's true too. They kind of have this weird thing, but they don't really. And that I already know. Yeah. The manga is always like looks way better, right, when they actually do the. Yeah, the manga always looks way better in like the faces one. That's been true for that. That I've seen it too in one or something. But yeah, so now he's gonna raise him. But I mean, yeah, like because he has the hands, he must have probably went to his home and like picked up the body parts. So, and I guess some random thugs. Which he might kill. Why not? Some random douchebags? No, okay. Yeah, keep his powers back. His powers is kind of weird, though, in the sense that they kind of hurt his own body. I mean, he's itching, right, because it's like a decaying. His own body's decaying, right, in that sense. That's why he's itching, right? That feels like a really kind of negative quirk to have. Not just killing people, right, but it hurts your own body. I mean, most quirk doesn't make them, be in physical pain by themselves, right? Of course, he's crazy, but ignoring that part. Yeah, so now it's like the cops pick up their hands, right? I wonder if the father had the same quirk or something similar. Oh, okay, then decay the hands. So they lost one hand there then. Lost one hand in the collection. Oh, he's probably gonna go back and kill those thugs now, right? Yeah, he's gonna. This is I like though. I'm used for the Inuyasha, right? Yeah, revenge thing. He's gonna go back and kill these random thugs. This is good. I love this shit. It's like this shit bullied me. Yeah, revenge on bullies, right? He's probably gonna kill these guys, right? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's gonna be like those douchebags. Exactly. It's like his first, I guess. Targeted kills. He mostly killed the father because he hated his father, but this is still kind of feels more the first real, like, purposely intended murder when he's like trying to find, people to kill in a sense. Like going back to a place to kill them. Yeah. But that's always fun, I think it's always fun with like revenge stuff. Someone gets superpower and they start killing people, right? It's always fun. Like Inuyasha got my favorite enemies, right? When they become into cyborgs and start killing people in the street and so on, killing bullies. Of course, the same Mavity mission, same opening. So yeah, I mean, it feels like he kind of. I would say he's planned this out. He was like, "Yeah, my successful plan," but it feels like he was like, yes, the grandkid turned crazy, perfect. Yeah, like he was, just waiting for a lucky break to, piss off All Might, right? Yeah, it's like it happened. Kind of like that more. Yeah, Shubarashi indeed, like Shubarashi. Yeah, I guess they're the hand collection. This is so him, man. It's like, yeah, it's like an. No, but I feel it's so him. It's like, hey, you're like an insect that's gonna bloom and turn into a butterfly. I feel it's very much him, right? Having this like a metaphor of like evolution. It's like, oh yes, you're like caterpillar turning into this thing, and then you can bloom and become a butterfly. Now you can fly with your powers. It feels a lot like this definitely it's kind of evolutional obsession, right? Which I think makes sense though in academia, because they are, he's like, how say it? I mean, all the quirks, right? I mean, they're evolving, right? It's very like, mutant evolution kind of thing, and X-Men, yeah. So, of course, it's all like, yes, your powers, evolution, yes. Shubarashi, yes, boy, like, of course, he's like, yes. Here we go. Yeah, and of course, but he kind of PTSD his memories, right? I guess he's remembering killing his family now, then. Remembering his Re-Destro. And his weird stress quirk. Ooh, losing another hand, man. The father's hand. Yeah. So he's finally free himself, I guess. I guess so, but yeah, kind of freeing himself from like his memories in a way. And now he's like, whatever, I guess. Does the freezer slap? Oh, that was nice. I like how he... yeah, but that was nice. I like how he turned the camera. He was like, he slapped it so hard at the whole camera, and it was like, it twisted the whole world there. That's a nice touch. That was a nice touch. Come on, that was nice. Yeah, it was like we flipped the whole camera there when he smacked him. That was nice. I love that shit. That's one of the easy things I do, you know, in any anime, right? It's like an easy, how to say, it's an easy way to just kind of get that extra effect, right? So I like it. Come on. Happy now then. Oh yeah, the Re-Destro is, I don't know, he's like setting up some extra power or something. Turn on this. Okay, he's doing Iron Man thing here. Yeah, he's gonna make us with some exoskeleton. Of course. He's like, yeah, I got an exoskeleton. Oh no, I need more stress, right? He's gonna flashback too now. Well, with his power, it's not good in your flashback, man. You gotta be stressful, man. You can't flashback and lose your lose your quirk, man. It's like, okay, burden amplifier. What is this? My steel suit that makes my stress. Oh yeah. It activates my pain. Of course, it's like yeah. This feels like a very simplistic way to get stronger. Oh, this it hurts my body, so I get stronger, you know, and yeah, and it's carrying on the TOGA-CHANs. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna stress up by this painful mecha suit. So Dabi didn't even beat the ice guy, he's left, right? Okay. Well, actually, I say wins, right? Yeah, I need to win this, right? I need to push him in the corner. Limit break. Yeah, so Ice Guy is still fine. This still feels like a weird thing. It's like, you're the Ice Guy, you're gonna fight the Fire Guy. Yeah, they're like, this is your responsibility to fight that Fire Guy, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I played much Pokemon in my life. Now it's owned by the... yeah, but it could be the Fire Guy. I don't know, man. So Rock is good against Ice suddenly. I don't know, man. He could be the Rock Guy. He could be the Fire Guy, though. Very weird, very weird. Okay, so what can he do now then? Throw bigger fireballs? No, he can just punch him. Yeah, but this is finally. It's what I said like 2 episodes ago. Why can't you just take his head? This power matchup tips horrible for him. He's like, I'm a big guy, right? I can just decay you. Like, yeah, you're like, I can, you know, turn big and punch you, but he can like, I can decay you punch. Like, it never felt like a good fight for Re-Destro to be a melee big guy that is fighting for a guy that can decay his body. Like, you just touch his body and decay him, right? Yeah. I think it's an easy win fight. I'm trying to carry ground, of course, yeah. Just awaken his powers here, you can. I guess that's true, he's very... He does whatever he wants, yeah, he's like he's truly liberated. Yeah, Shigaraki is super liberated, yeah, he's just his burden, he's just a crazy guy now. Yeah, it's just 100% instinct here now, in a way. Yeah, not in mads anymore. Do whatever I want. Yeah, if you target it, you kill them, do whatever you want, right? That's true. He kind of raised him to be super liberal, I guess. Yeah, to be free. Was that nose blood because he got thirsty after freedom? And actually nose blood? Or was it pain? Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's destroying everything, right? Oh, Re-Destro. He listens to his poor mecha. Look how free he is, yeah. This guy is so free, I can never be that free. He's like, no! It's an interesting analogy, because of course Re-Destro is like, I wanna be free, right? And this guy is like, he's the most free, he does whatever he wants, so... Yeah, like he succeeded to go, became free. If they had this liberated... yeah, obsession with freedom, right? The most free person. What should this also sit now? I guess they didn't need him. He just kinda watched it. Well, I mean, he's gonna be like, yeah, I like this kid. He's clearly super free, right? So I guess he's there to watch him be very free, I guess. So you can respect him now, I suppose. Oh yeah, so he's like, man, lost his legs. Man, this is like, they both kind of half destroyed here. Yeah. You're gonna die if you jump into the ground though, I feel like. Yeah, they're also gonna decay them, right? Oh yeah, he's so fear. Well, I guess his power doesn't work if they're too afraid, right? Like, he can't motivate them to... if they're too afraid, I guess. But I mean, they're always all gonna die if they jump into the crater. They're gonna get decay, right? This is that Shigaraki won, of course. He's a winner. Yeah, the one that embodies freedom, right? Which is, of course, a Shigaraki, because he's gone crazy, so he's the most free person. His dream of having the person that's most free. He got Netherred out of the win, I guess. Yeah, it's a shining example of freedom or something, right? It's the embodiment of freedom. But the issue with it, though, I think that Destro's vision was people to do whatever they want inside an ordered society. But Shigaraki's freedom is like a complete anarchy of everyone just blast the whole planet around them. So I don't know, man. Didn't he still want like freedom with, you know, limitation of like don't destroy your planet freedom kind of thing? But yeah, I feel Shigaraki's freedom is like just blast everything. But here it gives up to him. Yeah, he's gonna surrender to the most free person, right? Yeah, he was raised to be the most free. Yeah, and of course now he's gonna respect him, so I guess he did observe that. Yeah, it's like, you have money. It's like, see, he still needs money though. He's like, he's the most free, but yeah, good, you got money, right? You can buy food and so on. I want some sushi, finally. It's like, yes, I conquered all the bad guys. You can pay me a food bill. Yeah, so you saw the city. I guess, you know, of course, pretend that they were all innocent little people living there. Yeah, exactly. It seems like the government of the good guys are kind of stupid, though, honestly. Isn't the government itself kind of, you know, very incompetent? Like, wait, you all just killed them? Like, yeah, like, wouldn't it be very questionable? Like, when you destroyed this village and you fought these people and you all work for this guy? It really feels like the... It really feels like, you know, the general government and the heroes league should be like, this seems very strange. Yeah, they would be like, this seems very weird. Yeah, so they left many mysteries behind. It feels just like very obviously not a normal city. Ah, sushi. He gets sushi he wanted. Finally, sushi. He succeeded to get sushi. Oh, could there be some... What? No, she can't be dead, right? It's like one of the clones something. What is this? Yeah, Toga dead. Yeah, she's like sitting there. Yeah, what's wrong with him? She's like, I didn't die. I'm next to you. Yeah, like what? Okay. I don't know. Twice crazy. I don't know. I guess the clone died or something. He's like, no, TOGA-CHAN. What? The sushi was very important for them. Sushi is our money. It's all centered around sushi, man. And the secret door there in the mansion. If you ever build a mansion, you need to have a secret escape door, you know, or an underground lab and so on. Oh, here we go, everyone's there. Huge liberation. So he does his legs right, of course he's in a wheelchair now. Some kind of tech wheelchair, because, yeah, he... Only one hand left? Which hand is left? Is it the forward step? I didn't destroy it for it. I didn't get off system. But yeah, so this is still like, you know, he's like their messiah now, I guess. Turning into their Jesus figure here. He's so obsessed with him because he's the real free person. Yeah, he's the most free. Yeah, the truly freedom. He has the highest freedom. Exactly, he was all jealous on his freedom, not the rare freedom. So yeah, he's the basically cultural, yeah, religious leader of him. Yeah, team up. What do they call themselves now then? Villain freedom or something? Okay, Spinner at least gave a name here, okay. Okay, what's gonna be the name then? Paranormal Liberation Front? I guess, okay, it didn't sound super catchy. Yeah, it wasn't super catchy, man, not super catchy. Spinner, you could have done better than that. Yeah, and of course they get to be the leaders of this army. Yeah, the name's decoration. Yeah. But I think it's in one more episode. This course ends now here. And we're not really gonna have any. So he's like the biggest fanboy or something. I guess, yeah, he's like a super big fanboy now. He's like, oh, master, yes. I guess so. But is it injured though? Yeah, I mean, he still lost like an arm or a leg or something. Or lost, but, you know, broke them. Yeah, got this flashbacks back. Yeah, got the Kirk stronger, but... here we go. Power up. Yeah, next season! God damn it, man! I really wonder what next episode is gonna be about. I really wonder what next episode is gonna follow them, because it's one more episode, but I feel like this would have been a good last episode, honestly. This would be a great last episode, honestly, right? But it's gonna be like a preview, so they'll do the preview, but... Yeah, I'm seeing the chat. Do a review, of course, after the preview here. But I honestly wonder a lot, yeah, what's the next episode gonna be about? Because this, I think, would be a really good ending, right? Like, you kind of see him, you know, he takes over the Liberation Army, and then it's like, power up, right? Then it's like, you know, next season, right? It would be like a good cutting off point there. Obviously, they're gonna make another season. It's one of the biggest cash cows to have, right? So, with My Hero Academia at least, you don't have to wonder, right, if it's a new season coming. Like yesterday we had Girlfriend ending, Baccarina and so on. Those animes, right, they might have a new season. Baccarina announced in 2 immediately afterwards, so that's quite popular. Girlfriend, I don't know, whatever, so on, right. But yeah, My Hero Academia, you're like, well, this is gonna get another season. This is getting very, very unlikely will they ever stop doing this anime. I mean, it's one of the most best-selling mangas and animes, yeah, of course. But yeah, let's get to the preview here. I really wonder what they're gonna do next week, honestly, right? Yeah, like, I mean, I expect them to go back Exodeku. Yeah, the reasonable team would be. Here's the preview. Okay. Yeah, so it takes over the power. Hawks, of course, we're gonna see Hawks perspective, perhaps. Yeah, a little bit of Razorhead and so on, talking about the friend, I guess. And then Ashido and so on, fighting mechas. Honestly, next episode looked kinda off. I don't know, yeah. I was like, what this doesn't seem very interesting. I'm like, okay. A little bit of Hawks, I guess. No, but I'm just like, I don't know. You know, next episode is like, here's Ashido fighting a random training mecha. It's probably gonna be some surprise cliffhanger or something. So otherwise, it feels kind of like a random, intermission episode, whatever we call it, right? Doesn't look a very good cliffhanger episode, but maybe it's gonna be the first 5 minutes that them just kind of fillery fight the mechas or something, and then it jumps into some kind of cliffhanger bit or whatever. But yeah, otherwise it felt very kind of conclusive for for the last bit here between the bad guys. But anyway, let's review it. Where is his freedom face I'm looking for? He's so happy, he's so free, man. He embodies that freedom. Here it is. This is the face I want. Yeah, look how happy he is. Let's destroy everything. This is the image I want. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's review it. My Academia episode 24, season 5, or 112, I want to say. Kind of setting the tone of, the mixture, right? The union of the two bad guys. Of course, our original bad guys won. I'm also surprised that Shigaraki wins, right? Because like he's the main bad guy. Of course, gonna take over, right? If Re-Destro would win, that would be kind of weird, kind of following that thing would be kind of a strange turn of events, I guess, for the general storyline. And I guess it feels pretty typical that Shigaraki wins, and then Re-Destro can fight for him, right? And then in the next season, I could see Re-Destro dying or whatever, right? And then, of course, Shigaraki and Toga so on still surviving. Something else bad guy. So, yeah. But anyway, the actual idea, I think it's interesting how they kind of have Re-Destro. Of course, he's obsessed with freedom. He's obsessed with, becoming the most free to use your cover whatever you want. And then he's like, God damn it, this guy's not wearing me. This guy, he's the most free. He's the freedom of the free. He's the embodiment of freedom. He just snaps and shoots people everywhere. He's crazy, right? And yeah, but honestly, he basically gets jealous, right? He kind of loses his powers because, Re-Destro's powers is based around his stress level, right? Based around his emotional turmoil, I guess. And because he's observing Shigaraki being so happy and free and being all like, I can do whatever I want, yeah. Because of that, Re-Destro, I guess, losing his powers. His core doesn't work. He's fighting a guy that is more free than him. Yeah, I guess him realizing that Shigaraki is more free is the key point, though. If he didn't realize, it wouldn't matter, right? But by realizing, feeling that, man, this guy is so free, I can't fight this guy. He's what I want to be. He's the dream freedom that I never had, right? Something that, I guess. And he kind of, I guess, Re-Destro gets happy he lost. He does feel like he's honestly happy, right? Like he's like, damn it, this guy is so free. Great, he's just gonna be the new leader, right? Yeah, I don't deserve to be the leader. This guy is super free, so I'm just gonna give up. Something like that. And of course, he lost his legs to not decay, right? And then we see him and Wish later on as well. But yeah, I like the conclusion. It's fitting in that sense. Shigaraki is kind of cray. You snap people with his quirk. I like to see when he went back and killed those targets kind of thing, like the first kind of aimed kill. That's good. Going back to the revenge and so on. Now though, Re-Destro seems kind of silly, honestly. In the last part, in the wheel, she's like, yeah, master Shigaraki. And it's kind of yes, yeah. And it's kind of like becoming like a little bit. He's turning into kind of a whipping boy who runs around and wants to serve him. So it's a little silly, but yeah, they take them over and they rebrand, I guess. Yeah, they rebrand. What do you call that? What's even the name? The name was kind of silly. What's the brand name? Paranormal Villains? No, they were villains. Paranormal League or something. They were like, yeah, this is a great name and like the best thing ever. The best name ever. But yeah, Paranormal People. And of course his original teammates, his best friends, right? They turn into the lieutenants of the new army, while a few of the rest people are still there, right? So yeah, so now they control this huge army of I say crazy cult people. Even if it's really a cult, right? And in that sense, it's interesting because they went from, in a way, being like, we want freedom, right? We want the Quirks to do whatever we want. And now Re-Destro, which Shigaraki has kind of reshaped this thing to turn into like a cult where Shigaraki is their goddess, messiah, the Jesus character, right? So it went more from like, okay, we're like a super crazy, terrorist people believing in the freedom of the people or whatever. And now if he's much more putting it to being Shigaraki being their god, right? Like he's moving it from like a, I don't know, more like an ideology, I guess, to like a religion. So that's good for Shigaraki, man. He got all his followers, right? And of course his people here is kind of placed as some kind of, I guess, priests, kind of like religious figureheads, right? I suppose. But really though, yeah, they went from like an ideology, I would say, much more into like a religion, reshaping it to becoming a cultist grouping, right? But I don't know. This season has been weird as an anime. We could set up the Hawk thing and so on, right? And then it jumped here. I've heard that the manga is very different in the order, different orders back and forth, right? It feels weird now that we've seen so much from Hawk, right, earlier, and him trying to tell Endeavor and so on about being shadowed, and now we're jumping here, and I am genuinely, I'm perplexed / maybe confused. I don't know perfect word for it, but I am a little bit like the timeline here for me is strange. Like this happened before the Hawk thing, right? The Hawk has talked to Endeavor after this thing or something. Was it trying to tell him? Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I think definitely Amy only here. To understand the chronological order of events. It's not like overly confusing what actually happened, of course, but it's more like, did this happen before this or before that thing? And a little bit like, when is the Deku and our training happening? Is this after this thing, right? And so on. So that's a little bit like, I don't know what's happening in that sense. And I do really wonder, like I said earlier in the reaction part, I do really wonder what next episode's gonna be. It's gonna be like a setting, I guess, right, for some kind of cliffhanger when they're gonna confront these people. So it's a little bit all over the place what's actually happening, and it's been a full review of the whole season here, but it definitely feels like a like a weird ending in that sense, right? I mean, the bad guys kind of won, but what is interesting or not interesting, or what I call it, is like they haven't really confronted the good guys, right? This is like the bad guys are winning against the other bad guys, which is a really good storyline. The actual storyline of Shigaraki breaking the limits, right, talking against stronger and so on, conquering the other bad guy is a great story. But now it feels like, okay, what happened with the good guys? What happened with Deku? What happened with what happened to the other characters? Yeah, so it's a little bit strange. So we're gonna see next week. But I definitely feel that this is not really coming. This is not going. I guess this season feels weird because we're definitely not gonna be able to go full circle, right? So now we have seen the beginning of the good guys. We have seen the bad guys, lots of the bad guys here, right? So we filled out the bad guy storyline, and then we have to have this good guy storyline, like Deku training with Endeavor and that part, right? And of course Bakugan's also, but Deku doing that. These have to interact, and what I see, of course, and narration, right? I want to see Deku with his new power stripe, with the black whip and so on, Bakugo was right, powering up. And I want to see them fight, of course, with these new guys, right? This part, right? Yeah, there's one episode left, of course, but there's no way in hell they're gonna be able to have that next episode, right? So that I think is weird. That's one of the most perplexing part of this season. I feel we have like one setup here, then it's gonna end, right? So I don't know. I said earlier I'm gonna read the manga after next week and compare it. But I could really see myself honestly just reading the manga for next arc too, because now I feel like I have this big setup here and this minor with the heroes, but still a setup here, right? It's like a huge bad guy setup, a decent hero setup, right? And then it's like they're never gonna actually clash, they're never gonna have that fight. We have all the Hawk moments, Hawk being like, shit, this is gonna go bad, man, and then it doesn't actually go bad. I mean, they take over, but yeah, we don't ever see like if Hawk's gonna die or something, I don't know, you know? If, you know, cute Hawk-chan, is he gonna survive this stuff, right? We see him standing, what's that scene? There was one scene when Hawk was like standing there looking all worried, right? And the shit is gonna blow up the planet or whatever. He's like, oh no, this is gonna go bad. Damn, I can't find him now. There's one scene with Hawks being like, no, this is not good. Where was it? this is I love this scene. I can't find. Whatever. Take this scene down. The other Hawk scene. But yeah, in the end, of course, I mean, a lot of these episodes, right, has been about Hawks trying to infiltrate them, trying to learn this stuff, trying to figure what's happening, trying to tell him what's happening, trying to, you know, like fake kill the genius or whatever, right, and all this stuff. And I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying from an anime season perspective, which shouldn't matter overly much. But it definitely feels weird to me that there's been a lot of this in the beginning of the season, or at least after the Shinsho training on something. Yeah, a lot of that, and then it obviously won't come to an end unless you get killed something. Unless Hawks get murdered this episode. I guess that could happen, I suppose. Maybe, yeah, okay, so I'm all right. Maybe next episode, I'm just throwing a shot here. Maybe someone kills Hawks next episode. I could see that being like a cliffhanger next week, right? Like the actual cliffhanger is he getting stabbed or shot or whatever, right? And he might die, maybe not die. Yeah, maybe that could be like a cliffhanger or something. I guess that could be a good climax if they figure out that he's helping the good guys, which they probably already have, right? I suppose. But that's something I'm lacking here. I feel in the anime a lot. Here. We have one more episode left, and we have all this Hawk set up, but it hasn't paid off at all, right? Like, there's no actual payoff. Yeah, we have to wait for like next year to get the payoff, right, in the anime. I really think I'm gonna read the manga definitely, and not be an anime only for this, because I'm like, damn it, man. I really want to see what's gonna happen with this shit, man. Like, we have like 10 episodes of Hawks doing stuff, and then it's not gonna. Maybe it's gonna pay off. So it's a weird season. I really enjoyed, of course, the villain arc. Really enjoyed the Shigaraki arc, but it feels very in a vacuum. It feels like I'm watching something that is taking place outside the general narration, something kind of weirdly. I don't know. It is a weird thing with the anime. It will be a very weird season. It's like I think I said it a few weeks ago too. It's like a really good arc, the current arc, or it's ending now then with the bad guys. But it feels out of place. Like it feels like it's, you know, it's put in the wrong place or in the wrong order. It's just so obvious that it's like that is weirdly constructed, and then of course with the bad pacing before and so on. It's a weird feeling in that sense. So it's like really good in a vacuum, right? It's really good in its own singularity. It's really good. But then you look at all the stuff around it, you're like, wait a minute, it's kind of weird. I feel it's like a weird, but I don't think it's nitpicky, because it's like this is really good, but what is around is not good. Yeah, it's like this is really good in its own, but then everything connecting to it is strangely convoluted. It's like unnecessary setup around it, with weird episode out of order and filler episode in the middle of it. So everything else around it, yeah, it's strange. Whatever. I was negative. I really liked the episode. That's what I mean again. That's what I said. I really liked the episode. It was a great episode. Last episode was better. I hit it with the fast, whatever. But it's yet not a great episode. So the arc itself is really good. Like the bad guy arc, yeah, it's definitely been the highlight of the season, right? Of course, the Shigaraki, the villain arc, by far. But then I'm looking at what happened before and after that kind of thing, right? And I'm like, that was not very good. So it's like, what's happening? Very weird anime. But anyway, guys, that's penultimate episode. See you guys next week with the final episode. And hopefully something happens to Hawks. I say, kinda evil here, sinisterly. But, you know, I want some kind of climax here. I want him to get killed or something, so I can get a payoff, right? I need a payoff. Still Friday this week. And of course, today we also have the ending of Re-Destro Hero and Tokyo Avengers and so on, right? I think they're ending today as well. And tomorrow we finally have Yamato in One Piece. I believe we finally have unmasked Yamato, which is my big thing, right? So